hypothetically, welcome to WYCD. Wicked, that stands for what you can do. We're taking advantage. The anti-corporatist, this live? Yes, it is, sir. Yes, it is. Taking advantage of new streaming technology and getting a little experimental. This is the most I can quick draw with a. Yeah, let's see if anyone else comes. Yeah, it's the most I can quick draw with a stream. So I'm just taking full advantage of that, and uh, I suppose also we got the video chat as an option, but frankly, I think we all should take a breather and just chill. Pinkerbell, wow, that was fast. Yeah, we're taking advantage. September is chaos month for WYCD. It's our planned f around and see what we can do. Let me start by giving a shout out to Pinkerbell. Piggy Butt just left Binder. All right, welcome. Good to have you. And I got to shout out Pinkerbell because she went into the chats of all the leftist mafia folks and put the word out to try to boost Rebecca Azor's channel, and it worked. It's Pinkerbell. It's been a lot of fun. Yes. Wait, you guys can see it now. Yeah, it has been a lot of fun. It, that was so much fun. Let me just we're going to talk about this in some form on the stream tomorrow, but or later. We're not going to play that game. To the next stream, we're going to talk about it in detail. But let me just give you the numbers. It is not normal for somebody with 1,500 subs or whatever she had in the beginning to get nearly 300 likes on a stream. It's just not normal. That boosts it in the algorithm significantly. As we played around with the algorithms and commenting and yada yada. Nice suit, thank you. I appreciate it. I'll tell you, there's been a lot of folks that have been dressing up of late, and I've just been tickled. But as we play around with these numbers, we're turning YouTube into a tool that we use effectively, and we just demonstrated it tonight. I really want to read anti-corporatist comment. I'm intentionally not reading it yet because I will dive into it. But as we saw tonight, what happened? Rebecca Azor in the beginning. I saved this. I happen to have her channel up because, oh shoot, you might hear my mic cut in a second. I've clicked the wrong program. Oh yeah, that's bad. Stand by just a second. Hey, there we go. All right. I happen to have her channel up for unrelated reasons before Leftist Mafia. I forgot that was on tonight. What did she have? That's after. That's before. She had 1.21 thousand subscribers. So she had 1,210 subscribers. And she is at now 1.35 thousand subscribers. That's a massive jump. That's a massive jump. Now I misread it in the live stream, by the way, earlier when I was talking about it. But still, that's just a tremendous amount of growth overnight. Yeah, anti-corporatist 140. That'll get you a long way. Now, the next goal, and because we're here, Rebecca Azor, hello. Well, shoot. I don't know how on the spot I want to put you, Rebecca. But let me just say that we like your content. We like your style. I know you don't produce on YouTube yet, or on your own channel on YouTube yet, but you do make a show on YouTube, and it's a good one. And your approach is good. And what we are attempting to do here is the super friends to the whatever the Injustice League is that's promoting, your Steven Crowders and your Ben Shapiros and what have you. But it's a genuine pleasure to have you around, and we want to make it as painless as possible to jumpstart this thing. And because you're already a professional, we don't have to worry that you're gonna take 10 years to learn how to work a camera. We don't really have to worry about holding back at all. So it's genuinely a pleasure, and I'll float an interesting idea your way with the full knowledge that I expect people when I float these ideas to say no more often than they say yes. But I'll toss that your way, but later and in a private forum. For the rest of yous, I want to see that anti-corporatist. There it is. Message. Andrea points out, this is in reference to the channel we were talking about on Leftist Mafia in the chat towards the end there. Andrea points out that 93% of the American populace qualify as high risk for the new COVID infections, and that seems to have long-lasting implications for your immune system. Oh boy, that ain't good. The people who have been fallen over from heart conditions are surprisingly young, terrifyingly young, and that does seem to be related to COVID. We're going to find out soon that there are cigarette-like long-term effects for COVID. Rebecca Azor, I remembered I needed to subscribe to Jake. Oh, it's a genuine pleasure. But look, we're happy to have you just because you're good company. But you have our full support. Certainly, your old pal Jake's full support, regardless. Because the country the world you're trying to build is one I want to live in. So it's in my benefit, regardless. The anti-corporatist, like I always say, the right wing has functionally unlimited money, so we have to out-organize them. Yes, that's it exactly. They've got money, we've got people, so we're going to use the people. We're going to be smart and tenacious, and we are going to eat them for lunch. Public utility, micro TV, I can't. There we go. I have this to read it. Micro TV, Earth's virology professor. Micro TV, Earth's virology professor. Son of a gun. I am actually trying to read words for a living. Okay, anti-corporatist with the very kind. Yeah, it's late on the East Coast. If you want to, by all means, get your sleep on. You already know what I'm going to do tonight. I just wanted to hang out with y'all for a bit and make good on a promise. Let's say this: bare minimum, 15-minute stream. But if y'all get me talking, it's dangerous for everybody. But let me also say this: you all just put in the work, all the work I could ask you tonight. So just have fun in this stream. If you got something you want to say it. Sure, hell yeah. Let's just hang out, but don't feel obligated. We're of late, between the various channels we've kept a hairy eye on, there is amazing growth happening, and I suspect it's going to continue. Public utility, your West Coast, Jake. No, sir. Detroit for life. I am very much a Michigan man. Love visiting other places, but I'm not built for heat. Just not built for it. Anti-corporatist knows me well. I have more coats than any human being should. Rebecca Azor, I want to read that COVID thing. Yes, COVID is still very much a thing, and long COVID is real. Oh, yeah. I'm going to try to think about a way we can pitch this that's a little less depressing than the topic inherently would be. And it's not that we don't ever need to take our medicine, but if we have something that is going to require a lot of discussion, like repeated discussions, because we'll need to adapt as things change, such as a disease like COVID. I think it needs to come in a format that you look forward to, rather than in a format that you brace yourself to endure. So we're going to have the unenviable task of collectively coming up with a way to discuss COVID and relay the necessary information to keep people alive, while also not bumming everybody out. Lions bested the Chiefs. Yes, sir. I don't even watch football. I haven't watched the Lions regularly since Barry Sanders was there. I've basically been in mourning, but it doesn't mean I'm not rooting for them. And not just because of their proximity, but number one, I used to true story, used to sell phones to those cats. Number two, uh, the they're like the I can't think of the name. The Bad News Bears. They're they're such underdogs all the time. I'm desperate for them to win. Oh yes, Rebecca Azor knows how to get me talking. Jake, I love your outfit. I'm gonna take it in. So glad. Have to tap in with my corporate job. Yeah, I understand, man. So glad to have found your page and your positive but powerful heart. Can't wait to see more. It's got to be powerful. I put it through hell. It's basically a race between heart disease and liver failure, and I'm just trying to give the liver a chance here. Oh my gosh. Anti-corporatist. Oh, and Andrea's take on it is that there we go. Is that the downplaying of COVID is genocidal? Yeah, it kind of is. Here's some I would like I could never do this, and this is the only opportunity I will ever probably have to do it. When I used to cover COVID, I made a hell of a decision, and I don't feel bad about the decision, because I made it earnestly. But I would like your opinion now, with just a show, just a brief word in the comments, yay or nay, however you want to phrase it. But the question is, did I do it wrong? And the scenario is this: I had to make a call. How often do we put out the numbers on COVID in a local news station? And I made the call to stop doing it every day. My reasoning was that I didn't think that the information meant anything to anybody anymore. Poll, that's a good idea. Let me give me a second. Let me genuinely try to do a poll. One of the reasons we're doing this is so that I can I can't. I bet I can. Hold on. Hold on. Stand by, folks. We're going to do a poll. I'll explain the reasoning so we can just pop this poll up instantly. But the idea is this: I didn't think anybody was listening when it was daily numbers. I was going to switch it, and now I'm glad I wasn't allowed to. I was going to switch it to monthly numbers, and my pal Dane insisted that we do weekly numbers at the very least. But it can't be denied. I cut our COVID coverage down to 20% of what it was. So the question that I will hopefully ask, view on YouTube, there we go, was, damn it, was that a mistake? And now I'm putting up the poll. Starting a poll. Did Jake F up on that one? Yes or no? Start poll. There we go. All right, let me know what you think. If I had to do it over again, I don't think I would cut the coverage. I feel like I gave people permission to ignore COVID altogether. Uh, but who knows? Public utility weekly clinical updates. We tried, man. Yeah, that is what we did. Um, it was really sad because y'all know now. I think you guys have a pretty clear idea of what I used to do, and part of that was watching the numbers dwindle. And no matter how We talked about it. We knew that we were failing, and in that failure, there was death, and that's unfortunate, but it's a reality. So, oh, well, all right. I feel a lot better. The quick poll, the flash poll we did, yes 12%, no 87%. That's about how I feel about it. About 12% of the time, I'm like, really wish I did that different. All right, fair enough. Weekly, says Richard Hinckley. Weekly might be okay. Monthly is too infrequent. People will miss it. Daily might be a little much. Yeah, and if I'm really real with you, we were just tired. We were tired, and eventually we just got this stick in the mud. Like, well, people, yeah, doesn't matter. That's too much inside baseball. But yeah, public utility, CDC website available 24/7, 365 if people want updates. Now that's fair. It's not like we were the sole proprietors of that information. Anti-corporatist, but yeah, the numbers are down since they stopped compiling them. Since they stopped compiling the numbers. Don't test and it doesn't exist. Yep. 20% of current hospitalizations are for COVID. Son of a gun. We got to start it up again. And that means we have to do both. Like, we have to acknowledge that we weren't wrong in noticing that people were not paying attention. But at the same time, people need to pay attention. It's a matter of safety. MK Ultra Watts, human being human. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Anti-corporatist. Yep, that's Andrea's point exactly. The To me, the spooky thing is I know why people don't cover it. And it's just a real bummer, and it's pure capitalism. It's like, if I send this employee to cover this thing, I won't be able to pay for this employee. Oh, all right. I was worried about MERS, but this might suffice, says the anti-corporatist. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Got our worry quota filled. Fuck. All right. Well, let me throw a couple of things at you. Number one, during September, uh, we are going to have one big update on the thing we started doing, which is, who do the people you watch follow? So if you note anybody else that is watching, and I'm sorry, I don't think I responded to the people that submitted things. We had like 5 people submit things. Thank you. I put it in the sheet. But if you notice an influential, like a politician, um, mention that they watch certain coverage, send it to what you can do at WYCDnetwork.com. We're going to run some experiments with that as well. Pinkerbell, I have a tie-in. Do you want to know why Ken Paxton isn't popular in my area? He sued the local school over COVID masks. You're about to tell me the most depressing thing, I think. But let me ask: did he sue to say that they couldn't put on masks, or did he sue to say that they could, or that they had to? Uh, Georgia District 14. Is it wrong that I'm still hoping for COVID-19 to take out our Reds so we can get MDG out of office? Look, you should feel a little bit bad, but there's your penance. Is feeling a little bit bad, like, oh darn it. But at the same time, take joy in the fact that it's like Willy Wonka. They're not going to listen to you. Put on a mask. It's safe. No, stop. Don't. Pinkerbell. Abbott passed some bogus law saying schools couldn't mandate masks, and we did it anyway. I'm glad to hear. This makes me happy. I'm glad to hear this guy uh, was unpopular for doing the irresponsible thing. Good, excellent. That's a smart school district. Good lord. So the other thing, with September being the wild month, similar to keeping an eye out for politicians who following certain media, keep an eye out for YouTube channels that are, let's say, under 50,000 subscribers. Inspired by the leftist mafia, I have something, it's an incomplete idea. I'll probably pitch it more to you guys tomorrow, but I have something I want to try. We're going to start the wrestling debate thing here on WYCD, and I don't think it's going to be on any other channel. But we're going to invite people from other channels on all the time to participate. But there is another show that I want to put specifically not on this channel, but rather to give to other leftist channels. And it if my hunch is correct here, which we're going to measure, um, I want to host it on other leftist channels so that they have content that they can put up and monetize, and have you guys vote on who those channels will be. And people will know it's made by Wicked, but the only place you can't see it is WYCD. So keep an eye out for those. Looney Tunes, are you going to stream? Well, Letter Hack is streaming tomorrow night. I'm honestly unsure. Probably, but maybe not. Let me tell you this. I'm going to go roast a bone. Then I'm going to watch Talladega Nights, and then I'm going to pass out. And when I crawl out of bed tomorrow to let my Jack Russell Terrier out, and I am regretting the other choices I made tonight, but very, very much not the ones up until now, then I'll let you know if I got the energy in me. But also, truth be told, I really do enjoy when we do stuff like this, like hanging out in the chat of another leftist and giving them a massive boost. But we can't do this unless there's also a main show. So I'll muse about it, and it's a great question. Mars Falcon, stagger than thou shows, mate. All right. I think that's the idea then. I will try to stagger the show, despite my awful timing. Derek, agreed. Honestly, I think Paxton is corrupt enough to squeak by without actually being impeached. I think he has enough connections and pull. That's interesting. Maybe. To be continued. This wasn't. This is not an example of what the standard show looks like, but nonetheless, it was a hoot, and it does fulfill my big damn mouth from from the leftist mafia street. Oh, I'm gonna keep that powder dry just a little bit longer next time. Oh, thank you very much for joining me. This has been WYCD Wicked. That stands for What You Can Do. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, my name's